Recently, I discovered this recipe called Artichoke Fritti with Stracciatella, and I found it on Thomas Straker's channel. He's an amazing chef, and I decided to make it for myself as well, but I'm going to add in crab meat. So stay with me here. This is an amazing recipe, and I got to tell you, it hits hard. So let's go ahead and enjoy this Artichoke Fritti with Stracciatella. So, Thomas Straker, amazing chef. He's an amazing chef. He's a British chef. So I'm going to be making his Artichoke Fritti with Stracciatella today. And I'm going to be adding something to it because it doesn't need meat, honestly. But I want to add some meat. I'm a meat eater. It's a good vegetarian dish. So I'm going to add some crab to it. And I'm going to adjust it a little bit. It's not going to be his exact recipe. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's make this shit. Okay, to kick things off, I've got some lemons here that I'm going to apply to a bowl of water. The reason is that artichokes oxidize very fast. So we're going to go ahead and put the artichokes into this bowl of lemon water once we cut them up. Okay, now for the star of the show, which is the artichoke. Some of you may say the crab. So we're going to take the artichoke and cut down probably at like the 3/4 mark to the top. And it's almost in half. And so I'm going to cut that open. And you're going to be able to see in here which part is good. The white is good, green not good. You can't eat the green leaves. So we're going to go ahead and peel all the leaves all around the artichoke so we can get down to those white leaves that are edible. Now with a paring knife, I'm going to go ahead and come from the stem all the way up to the base here, and I'm going to cut off all the excess so I can expose as much white as possible. That's the good part of the leaves that we can actually eat. And if you have a paring knife that has a curve to it, that is a really good paring knife for this process. Just be really safe, people. And then go ahead and throw it in the water. So that's going to sit there so it doesn't oxidize. And then we're going to go ahead and start working our crab. Unfortunately, I didn't notice that I got scored crab. Wasn't too happy about this. So anyways, going to give it a little drizzle of oil and then some salt, pepper, and some garlic powder. And then come through with some melted butter before I put it in the oven at 400 degrees, covered for 30 minutes. Now to prepare our batter for the artichoke. So I'm going to use about 3/4 of a cup to a cup of white flour here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in about 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, the same for salt and pepper, and give it a good mix. Now I'm going to add in some sparkling water. So I'm going to start out with like about half a can, start mixing that up. And then I'll add more later to make sure that this gets nice and frothy. And it's going to be a liquidy batter, but it's okay. It's going to really help the artichoke be light, airy, and still crispy during the deep fry process. And then we're going to go ahead and start checking this. So it's about there. And yeah, that's what the consistency that we ultimately want here. It's nice, it's drippy, it's not too much, it's got some hold to it as well, but it's not too strong. Then we're going to go ahead and take our artichoke, cut it down in half, and I'm going to start removing what is called the choke. It's this hairy center area, so we want to start removing all that inside. Some of the leaves are a bit unedible. They can be a little sharp. I'm sure you can still eat them, but they can be a little sharp in this area and cause you to choke. You can see those little purple guys there. Some people eat them, but I prefer to take those out as well. And I'm just using a spoon for this process. Once that's done, I'm going to start cutting the artichoke pieces into eighths. So a half, into quarters, into eighths. Once that's all done, I'm going to go ahead and put all of the artichoke pieces onto a rag, and I'm going to go ahead, kitchen towel, whatever you want to use, and I'm going to go ahead and dry them off before I start battering them. Once I'm done battering all of my pieces, I'm going to go ahead and put them into some hot oil. I'm using peanut oil here, and I'm going to fry them. It'll take maybe about 3-4 minutes tops. We're not going for a deep golden brown here. They're not going to turn into a real dark brown, but more of like a light yellowish brownish hue. So for the artichoke, what I'm going to do is cut up some mint leaves. I've got about 4 to 5 mint leaves here. I'm going to put it on top of the fried artichoke. Then I'm going to come through with the zest of 1 lemon here, add that in, and then I'm going to grate some garlic cloves as well on this microplaner here. Now our crab is done. They look really good. So we're going to go ahead and start extracting the meat. And this is what I got really mad, because this is when I noticed that I bought scored crab legs. And what made me mad about this is that you can't really get whole pieces all the time. Sometimes whatever tool they're using to score the shell with actually cuts through the meat as well. So I did what I could, and honestly it was kind of a good thing in the end, because I like the little bits of crab that come out into this recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop these pieces into some warm butter before I start plating. All right, for our cheese, this is burrata, and in the center is stracciatella. It's a really creamy cheese. It's very delicious. And so we're just gonna separate that from the burrata, and I'm gonna save the burrata. You don't need to throw it away. It's very good cheese. All right, so for the plating, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with our stracciatella. I'm gonna just apply it there and make a nice bed for our artichoke to sit upon. So go ahead and just move this about, get it nice and wide here, and then come through with a bed of olive oil. Don't be worried about how much olive oil unless you're on a diet or something. Some salt, some pepper, and then I'm gonna come through with the fried artichoke. I'm going to add in some of those mint leaves and garlic that we added to it earlier, just for extra garnish. And then we're going to come through with our crab. And we're done here. So, time to try it. All right, so we're done. Yeah, beautiful dish. And I have to say, if you don't want to do the crab, leave it out. It's just amazing with just the fried artichoke. I have to say, this is a great dish. So give it a little bit of lemon right over the top. I love this dish. I just found this like 2 weeks ago. Taste. Some of the crab in there. Amazing. Amazing. Maybe just a little bit of minced garlic, a little bit more. I don't know, but this is good on its own. How it is. I can't stress this enough. Wow. All right. I'm going to eat this. I got to clean up my kitchen because I got to make another recipe soon. So, here's the thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll definitely link the original video for this with Thomas Straker's recipe in the description below. And yeah, I'm out. Cheers.